Welcome. We are back. Another day in the market. Well, at least for crypto. And yeah, this stream a little bit early today, so we'll see how it goes. But going to be covering the usual. Probably going to spend a little bit more time on crypto. Also, I don't know how we should kind of work this out. I want to start with crypto because crypto's been pretty hot recently, and we have some trades that are doing pretty well. Then, I'm thinking if we should scan for stocks first, or if I should like talk CLOV and FSR in the market. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with Bitcoin and crypto. Then I'm going to talk about the stock market. Then I'll talk about CLOV and FSR and ongoing trades. And then after we finish that, I'll probably do a mix of scanning using my scanners. And then also maybe some tick requests will kind of blend into that. So yeah, let's get started with Bitcoin, which is almost at the first target of the trade. Around 50.2K is the first target. Since the Bitcoin alert, Bitcoin has gone up about 12%. So this trade is starting off pretty nicely. If you're wondering where this is from, just join the Discord, links in the description, or follow me on Twitter at ChampionVibe. But yeah, it was alerted at 43.5K. Now we're at 49K. And it looks really strong right now. You have hidden bullish divergence on, I don't know, I'm on the 2-day. You have hidden bullish divergence on the daily right now. And again, we double bottomed at the PCZ of a bullish Garley, which is also an important historical level. It broke over the 200-day moving average. It's looking good right now. I mean, as long as it holds above 40K, I'm bullish. So even this price action right here is just consolidating. And then right now on this 4-hour candle, it's having a nice little mini breakout, highest price since like the flash crash on September 7th. So good stuff for Bitcoin right now. I think it's headed to 50.4K, which was a low from March 25th and a high from August 23rd. I think 50.4K could be tested pretty easily. Also, if we do close like this on Bitcoin, you're gonna have a bullish engulfing candle on the daily. Your RSI still has a lot of room to the upside. So yeah, I think 50.4K will be the next test. I'd like to see what it does at that point if when it gets there. If Bitcoin can seriously get above and hold above 50.4K, I think a move to retest all-time highs is possible. I mean, Bitcoin has technically been in this consolidation between 30K and 50K since all-time highs in April. So pretty much, for all of Q2 and Q3, Bitcoin was consolidating. So now we have Q4. I mean, last year, Q4 is when Bitcoin really took off, right? So I'm really kind of bullish right now on crypto in general. I think that it's been a long time of just waiting. And now we're finally starting to see some major reversals at very important prices, especially on altcoins. But again, we still have to see how cryptos react to resistances once they get there. So you don't want to have any certainty, but the probability is good, but we still need some more confirmation. Speaking of altcoins, I shared 3 new altcoin ideas on Friday afternoon. The first one was Zcash, which is currently up about 4.5% since the alert. This is a little bit of a scuffed bullish cipher. Your C point wasn't really at a 1.13 retrace, but pretty close to bullish cipher and at the PCZ. You technically don't have hidden bullish divergence if you include this island, but you had a very nice MACD crossover. Your RSI was pretty low, got down towards the same level that it bottomed at the last time. And this 103 level on Zcash is very important. It was a high from August, a low from March, and now it's kind of using as support again. So I like Zcash above 103. We'll see if this can make a nice move. The other altcoin was OXT. This is probably my favorite altcoin. I used to trade OXT so much in 2020, and I'd say probably in this whole entire area. I remember this move. This was really good for me. It was like the only time it hit $1. But yeah, OXT was like one of my favorite altcoins for a long time. It still might be. I just don't really trade altcoins that much personally. But it's basically like a VPN. And I think they have a good market, especially I believe in Korea, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's like a VPN altcoin. I used to love trading this. It was like one thing that taught me a lot of technicals. So you see this green demand line, it's bounced off of it really every single time since the COVID crash, apart from June of this year, and it just bounced off of it again. It broke this little pink supply line, which you could even look at as like a falling wedge it just broke out of, right? This is your demand line, this is your supply line, and again, another bullish cipher. So yeah, That's really the edge on OXT right now. It's up about 6% since the alert. And then finally, UMA is currently up 6.5% since the alert. This one's probably the cleanest looking harmonic. I'd say it's pretty close to a textbook bullish bat. Maybe you'd want your D point to be a little bit lower, but you decide to reverse at the 85% retrace. You have very clean hidden bullish divergence on the MACD and RSI on the daily. And again, you bounce off of historical level, which is pretty much 8.42. So crypto trades are doing well. Hopefully they'll keep doing well. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's talk about the stock market now, heading into the week. After we do that, we'll talk about CLOV and FSR and some other ongoing trades. And then we'll probably I'll do some scanning and we'll do take requests. So hit that like button if you didn't already, hit that subscribe button. And yeah. Let me know what's up. The chat's very quiet right now. Awesome, able to join live today for the other session. Yeah, I mean, this is also good whenever, only once in a while I can stream early, but I know there's some people, maybe people who live in the UK that can't watch my streams that night. So it's cool to do that. Sometimes we get a little bit of a different audience. But yeah, let's talk about the market and my thoughts going into the week. Obviously, futures haven't opened yet. Very, very strange. Very, very strange price action. In general, I was talking about this in premium chat, I think on Friday. If you're looking at the actual candlestick charts, it's bearish. If you look at the market, if you look at the S&P and the NASDAQ, it's bearish price action. However, if you look at the oscillators, I mean, your RSIs have already gone down quite a bit, right? And of course, the RSI could go all the way down to technically like literally 1 or 0. I mean, I don't think 0 is possible unless it gets delisted. But yeah, I mean, they could go lower, but if we zoom out, the indices in general never really get that oversold. Most of the time they get down to about 30 on the indices, and that's where you get a market bounce. So we're currently at like 33 on the NASDAQ, looking at the RSI. So if you look at the oscillators, like they kind of, you don't really have like textbook bullish divergence, but they are at areas where you could see reversals just based on the oscillators. So it's a little bit weird because if you look at the actual chart, I mean, both the NASDAQ and the S&P could be looked at as a head and shoulder pattern, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And the same thing for the S&P 500. I think I have it charted on the 4 hour maybe. I think I took it off my chart, but same exact thing. Let me just kind of chart this out for all of you. Where you could look at the indices as head and shoulders, which are trend reversal bearish patterns, right? So something like this. So the argument going into this week would be that, all right, so we broke under the neckline of these head and shoulders on Thursday on both the NASDAQ and the S&P. Then on Friday, we had a green day. Now going into tomorrow, we're at these areas where, let me extend this out a little bit. We're at these areas where it could be argued that either you're bearishly backtesting the breakdown to the downside, or you could just invalidate this breakdown. So let me kind of make this a little bit more clear, and I'm actually going to take this view off my chart. So looking at this NASDAQ, you have a head and shoulders, a bearish pattern. It broke down from it with confirmed confirmation on the daily. But on Friday, technically closed above it. Same thing for the S&P. You didn't close above it, but let me just take this out. You have this neckline for this head and shoulders around 43.70 on the S&P 500. You confirmed a breakout under it in the beginning of last week. But then on Friday, you retested it as a resistance, right? So typically, whenever you break a resistance or a support, when you're breaking out of a pattern, you can retest that same exact level. So it could be argued that this is the retest where you flip your previous demand area into a supply area, and that really could send you to the next levels. But again, that could be invalidated so easily if we just have a green day tomorrow. That's more than like a 0.5% day for the market, and then you could just get back above it. So we're just in an area where make or break area, not super clear. But if we fail to break above these levels this week for the market, I think there is more downside. But the only thing is, I don't think we're going to see a lot of downside from here. I don't think this is going to turn into some sort of a crash. I just think maybe you might just see a little bit more of a downtrend because, again, the oscillators. So it's just conflicting variables, right? You could be bearishly backtesting a breakdown, but then again, even if you do start selling off again, you're probably going to get some bullish divergence on the daily and the 4 hour. And you're probably going to get oversold very quickly because you're almost oversold. So that's my thoughts on the market. The charts are bearish, but the oscillators could kind of shift the tide a little bit. So I think we're going to find out this week whether this is a very important week just to tell if this is a real breakdown or if this is a fake out, just another 4 to 5% pullback like we've been getting all year on the S&P, and then we just run back up to a new all-time high. So I think this week could be the kind of decision maker, at least just from a technical standpoint. Of course, we still have a lot of fundamental things going on with the market, so we'll see. It's just not easy to anticipate ahead of time because there's so many different potential scenarios, but you just want to know your levels. In terms of the ARK ETF, it definitely had a breakdown of this 113 support we talked about last week, but now it went down to that 109 level. I said this on stream last week when we did the Back to the Future stream. I said, you're getting a breakout on the ARK, you're probably going to go see 109. If this is a real breakdown, and you saw 109, you actually tested 109. It was your low on Friday for the ARK ETF, and you went back up to 111 and you put in a bullish pin bar candle. I mean, just in terms of the candles, I think the Nasdaq also had a bullish pin bar candle. And then for small caps, the IWM is probably looking the best right now. Kind of got a little bit of a fake out under the 200 moving average, but closed above it last week, and now it's trying to get back above this white demand line. So I know a lot of people are kind of saying the same thing, but if you were here 2 weeks ago, it was literally on this day. It was right over here on this day when we had that first real scare on this candle. It was a Monday, September 20th. That night on stream, I said, I think small caps might be able to show some strength against large caps in the next couple of months. And we are seeing that so far. So regardless of large caps selling off in the last couple of weeks, small caps, mid caps, well, not mid caps, but small caps are actually holding up pretty well. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the market. In terms of the VIX, it was down 9% on Friday, bearish engulfing candle, but still technically making higher lows until it breaks under 17 again, which it will at some point in the future. I just don't know when, right? So that's my thoughts on the market. Probably talk about CLOV now. And let me see what's up in the chat. Russ said, just joined Premium Champ. Let's go. Appreciate it, Russ. I hope you enjoy it. Again, if you're a premium member and you have any questions, DM me. If you're not a premium member and you have questions, DM me. My DMs are always open on Twitter and on Discord. You don't have to send me a friend request. A lot of people send me friend requests. I don't like accepting friend requests from people I don't know. But yeah, just send me a message. You don't have to be my friend to send me a message on Discord. Just DM me. Cheese, yeah, we just talked about that VIX bearish engulfing candle. Motivation Guru says, can you explain the difference between EMA and MA? I think you mean EMA and SMA. Basically, your EMA is your exponential moving average, and your SMA is your simple moving average. Basically, they're both pretty similar. They're both moving averages, and they both have a time period, like the 200-day, the 10-day, the 20-day. They have a time period. They're not too different, but I believe the EMA gives more weighting to the short-term price action. The SMA just averages out the time period. For example, if you have a 200-day SMA, it just averages out the price action over 200 days. If you have a 200-day EMA, it'll still average out the price action over 200 days, but it'll give some more weighting to the short-term price action. Does that make sense? So the EMAs are a little bit more adaptive to the market in the short term, but the SMAs are better at telling the long-term trend. That's why I prefer using EMAs for shorter-term moving averages. Like the 9 EMA is very popular, the 5 EMA is very popular, the 20 EMA is very popular. But I also like using SMAs for long-term moving averages, like sometimes the 100-day moving average, and then definitely the 200-day moving average. Or the 200-day moving average, the screen line you always see in my charts, is just a simple moving average. I like it a lot for targets and supports in swing trades. So hopefully that answers your question. What's up, Mehdi, in the chat? Alfredo says, real quick, when does premium promo end? I'm probably going to talk about premium after we talk about CLOV for like 2 or 3 minutes because I already put out a video last night. But it ends tomorrow after I stream. So I'm going to stream tomorrow night. When the stream's over, I'm going to be raising the prices. So not only does the sale end, but also the price will be higher than the normal price. So you're getting a price better than the new prices when they raise on Monday, and you're getting a sale price on top of that. So it's like literally, I'm just trying to let everybody who was thinking about it or on the fence get in before the prices go up so you can be grandfathered in at a lower rate. All right, so I'll talk about that after we talk about CLOV though. But yeah, keep hitting that like button. We're gonna talk about CLOV and FSR and some other ongoing trades. And then we're gonna do some scanning. I'm gonna probably pull up some scanners. We're gonna look for some stocks. And I'm also gonna be try and mix in some take requests while I'm scanning. We're probably going to put like 150 takers on my watch list, and then I'll just run through all of them. JG says FOMO buy premium. Yeah, we just hit new all-time highs on premium yesterday, which is awesome. So yeah. What's up, Florida Nick? I just dropped coffee. 1 second. All right, let's talk about CLOV. Technical wise, I like it still. I've been saying this since the Back to the Future stream. I still have the same feeling. We really haven't moved that much in price. I think we're down maybe 1 or 2% since I did the Back to the Future stream. And on that stream, I said, I think we're in this bottoming area, and I still think the same exact thing. Again, I don't know. I think we were in a bottoming area. I'm not calling that we're bottoming. I don't know if we're bottoming. I just have I have a feeling that we are, based on technicals, which are not certainty. So I still have the same exact feeling. I like the price action on Friday. You really had insanely low volume on Friday. You had 11 million to close the day, which is like a third of the average volume, I believe. I think average volume is 28 million according to Yahoo Finance. So really low volume. Historically, periods of insanely low volume were bottoms. Look over here, look at the volume, insanely low. Look over here at the all-time low, volume was insanely low. So volume is pretty much as low as it can get right now. What's up with the oscillators? They're still looking the same, if not even better. You're still holding that 39 level on the daily RSI for CLOV, which was the same level it bounced off of on August 19th, when it was at the Wyckoff Spring. On the daily, you have classic bullish divergence developing very nicely. Also on the daily, bullish pin bar candle as of Friday. So not only is this a bullish pin bar candle, which is a reversal candle, a lot of the times where CLOV has bottomed in the past, it had a bullish pin bar candle. And I did say the same thing, like, where was it? Right over here. I did say the same thing over here, and obviously that was not the bottom. I'm just going to be honest. It did have the same exact thing right there. That wasn't the bottom. But again, this is probability. It's not going to have a 100% win rate. But if we do look in the past, we can see a lot of the bottoming candles were bullish pin bars. Let me kind of show that as an example. Over here, bullish pin bar candle was literally the bottom before the move to all-time highs. Over here, bullish pin bar candle, literally the bottom before move to 9. So it went from under 7 to almost or at 9 on that. And then also when we had the trade off of all-time lows, what was the candle? A bullish pin bar candle. It had a really, really long wick over here, but you could see it hit the pieces. You have a bullish crab. I put out an alert on Clover this day in March, and it was the bottom, literally the bottom. Like, it's never been that low again since that day. So yeah, bullish pin bar at the bottom, bullish pin bar at the bottom, bullish pin bar at the bottom, and currently bullish pin bar. We'll see. We don't know if it's at the bottom yet for sure, but just wanted to bring that up as well. Again, I'm not putting my bias into the charts ever. What I'm telling you is what is there on the chart. It's facts. On the 4 hour, let me take this off the 4 hour. Look at that on the 1 hour. All right, on the 4 hour, I kind of charted this little down sloping channel. You also have very beautiful classic bullish divergence on the 4 hour MACD and RSI. So you have a bunch of classic bullish divergence. The hidden bullish divergence didn't play out, but it turned into classic bullish divergence, which happens pretty often. When a stock fails to make a higher low while it was developing hidden bullish divergence, oftentimes it'll develop classic bullish divergence right after. Stephen M with the $5 tip says, crypto off to a nice start. Thanks, let's have a strong week. Stephen M, thank you for the tip. I really appreciate it. Vibes in the chat for Stephen, first tip of the stream. And yeah, crypto's been doing nice. A couple of weeks ago, Stephen was telling me in the premium chat, definitely look into some altcoins. One of the ones you talked about, I think it was OMG, and OMG's been going insane. So Steven, you've been crushing it. Hope you're doing well. Vibes in the chat for Stephen M, who's been here for a long time supporting the stream and who's improved a ton. So yeah, always love to see you doing well, Stephen. We had a class, or I think multiple, many times in the past, and you've just grown and grown and grown as a trader, and it's awesome to see that. So yeah, CLOV, daily bullish pin bar with classic bullish divergence, 4 hour classic bullish divergence, and the RSI levels, it kind of dropped a little bit under that 37 level, but it's still kind of holding around this RSI level. And then 1 hour chart for CLOV. All right, this is kind of a pattern reveal. I was going to probably share this on Twitter yesterday, but I might as well just share it right now. So remember we had that failed bullish bat around 785. It led to like a How much was the move? It led to like a 7 or 8% move, but it didn't play out like a textbook bat would play out. So I kind of looked around to see if I could spot any other harmonics, and let's do a pop quiz in the chat. What harmonic is this? On the 1 hour chart, which double bottomed at the PCZ. So you hit the PCZ, double bottom there. Well, it's not a textbook PCZ, you'd probably want the 1618, but pretty close to the 1618. So in the chat, what harmonic pattern is this? I'll let you all answer. It is not a crab. Cheese is correct. Yeah, cheese. So this is a butterfly, bullish butterfly. We're very, how do I put this? We're very familiar with butterflies because Fisker. It's had 2 legendary butterflies. The first one was literally the pattern that started it all last October when I first started streaming. This legendary butterfly on Fisker. This is what can happen after butterfly again. This is the daily chart I'm looking at. Fisker only has it on the 1 hour. And then Fisker made another butterfly, which we again had a swing trade off of, which I think was something along like this line or these lines. So yeah, and then we had a swing trade over here back in May for Fisker, and obviously that went very well. I think it was like a 60% profit. But again, I'm looking at CLOV on the 1 hour. So yeah, you have a butterfly here. Why do you have a butterfly and not a crab? Because a crab is a 618. A butterfly is a 786 from X to B. So you have a butterfly, pretty much a 786 retrace from this low to this low. And then you almost came down to the 1618. Again, you know, it's not at the 1618. That would have been around 706. But it decided to buy my 724. So pretty close to 1618 and a double bottom there. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's the newest harmonic I see on Clover's chart, which again, it just goes on top of everything we talked about in the 4 hour and the daily. So we'll see how CLOV does this week, next week, every week after. And yeah, again, these are facts. Obviously I've been talking about CLOV nonstop, but if you've been watching my channel for a year now, you know when I see classic bullish divergence on the 4 hour and daily with a bullish pin bar and harmonic patterns, that's what I like. If you've been watching the stream, you know historically those are the types of charts I like. And this chart has that. So that's CLOV. All right, we're gonna talk about Fisker and Trip next. Trip had a huge day on Friday. Just to recap the ongoing trades. After we do the ongoing trades, going to do scanning. I'm gonna look for some stocks for the week, and then I'll probably grab some tickers from the chat while I'm scanning, and I'll just throw everything onto my watch list, and we'll just run through like 100+ charts. So yeah, hit that like button. We got like 50 people in here. We got 28 likes. The numbers just don't add up to me. I'm pretty sure we could get to 40 likes in like 1 minute. So I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think we could. I mean, if you wanted to, it's all up to you guys. It's not up to me. But yeah, if you're not subscribed and you're enjoying the stream, hit that subscribe button. Really cool to see 50 people in here on a Sunday afternoon. I honestly thought there was only gonna be like 15 people watching the stream because it's not my normal stream time, and also Sunday streams in general are slower because it's the weekend. But awesome to have 50 people in here. Fisker is up next. I like the price action still on Fisker since the alert. Fisker is up about 14%, and it's just back testing a level it broke out of, right? So this major support we had to trade off of in January from the Wyckoff range, it broke above that like it wasn't even there, but it is regarding it as support now. So it didn't regard it as resistance, but it is, the last 3 days, it's held it as support, this 1450-ish area. You are losing a little bit of momentum on the daily MACD, but again, that could start going back up. You don't have any bearish divergence on the 4 hour. You don't have bearish divergence either, but you did have a MACD crossover to red. Again, I just want to see Fisker hold the mid $14 level. If it can't, then you have a gap fill at like 1368. That's really it. But I still like the chart. And then eventually you'd want to just get back above 16, which is a 200-day moving average. It's pretty much where the trade topped out so far. Yeah, good stuff on Fisker so far. We'll see if this can keep going. And then finally, Trip. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Volume looks really good. MACD crossed back over to green. RSI made another higher low. We were talking about how it was back testing the supply line last week. It bounced off the back test on Friday. It was up 9%. Now it's back above this $36 resistance, which was even a resistance in January. And look at this candle pattern. I mean, just a very bullish candle pattern. It's not really an abandoned baby, but it's pretty close to an abandoned baby candle pattern. Just the psychology of it's very similar to an abandoned baby. But yeah, as long as this can just continue to close candles above 36. Trip is one of my favorite charts right now. That's not financial advice. There's not certainty in that, but I mean, yeah, we'll see if this can keep going. Very good day for Trip on Friday. Ford, I mean, it already hit the first target, just kind of consolidating a little bit right now. And yeah, that's pretty much the recap for everything going into the week. For the rest of the stream, I'm just going to be doing scanning most likely. Before we do that though, I put out a video last night. I try to be a little bit creative with it. The video is actually doing really well. I was like definitely a little bit clickbaity with the thumbnail and the intro. But how many views is that at right now? It's at 500 views in like 18 hours, which is awesome. So yeah, I put out a video on it last night either way, but I'll just bring it up really quickly, and I'll bring it up tomorrow night, which will be the final night that I bring it up. But premium prices are going up on Monday night. So tomorrow night, premium prices are going up to $35 a month, or $35 for your first month, and then $30 every month after. Currently, you can just get it for $25 for every single month. So not even $30 for your first month and $25 every month after. If you use the coupon code right now, you can get it for $25 every single month forever. You'll be grandfathered in. So yeah. This is going to be $35 for your first month tomorrow night, and then it's going to be $30 for every month after the first month. Currently, if you put in the coupon code monthly, you just get $25 a month forever. If the prices go up even higher in 6 or 7 months, you're still paying $25 a month as long as your auto renew is on. Same thing for annual. It's $260 if you use coupon code annual, and tomorrow night it's going to be going up to $280. So just as an example, I'm so bad at math. So we're going to be doing 30 times 11, all right, plus 35, okay? So this is how much you would pay starting tomorrow night if you were to be in premium monthly plan for a year. If you get premium annual right now, you're saving over $100. So if you wait till tomorrow night and then you sign up for monthly and you're a monthly member for a whole entire year, you'd be losing $105. If you signed up for premium before tomorrow night, you're saving $105. But yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on this during the stream because I already put out a video on it, but it's the pin chat and everything is explained over here. And if you want like some more information of everything that is in premium, go to the last video on my channel where I spent 7 minutes talking about it. All right. Metalman says, can existing users get the promo? If you're a monthly member, like if you're already a premium member and you're a monthly member, then you're already paying $25 a month, so it's not technically any sort of a promo. However, if you are currently a premium member and you want to become an annual member, yes, go over to the overview channel in premium, and I gave you some instructions on how to switch over to annual. If you're a premium monthly member, do not cancel and then re-sign up for annual, because then you're not going to be able to get prorated. Now let me explain that. Let's say you're a premium monthly member and you have about like 15 days left in your current month. If you go to the overview channel in the Discord and you hit the link I sent you, you can switch over to annual for $260 minus whatever's left in your month, right? So it'll prorate you for, you know, whatever's left in the month that you already paid for. Again, don't just go to the website and cancel and rejoin. Go to the Discord, go to the overview channel, and then I gave some instructions in the overview premium channel about how to switch over to annual, so you can pay $260 a year forever. All right. That's a pin chat. Let's do some scanning for the rest of the stream now. Let me see what's the best way to do this. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is, do you all want to like see the scanner settings I use and stuff instead of just watching me type in all the tickers? Metalman says, oh yeah, it's my first month. It's my first month as premium. Thanks for the explanation. Absolutely. Appreciate the support, Metalman. All right, so I'm gonna do it like this. So I'm going to pull up Tradie Ticks, and then we're gonna pull up Finviz, and I'm gonna move my trading view over to my other screen so you guys can see everything I put into my scanners. Don't put in tickers in the chat just yet. I'll let you know when to do that. I'm just trying to figure out like the best way to do this. All right. So I still want to see the chat while I'm doing this. Can I like... All right, perfect. I think I got it. All right, and then let's switch over to the web overlay. All right, so this should be good. You can see my scanners and stuff. We're gonna start off with FinViz. All right, so what was I gonna say? This is pretty much what I do every single weekend off stream. I send premium members a watch list every single Sunday. This week, I'm still gonna be sending premium members a watch list, but I'm gonna show all of you what the watch list is as well if you're watching the stream right now. I'm going to show you how I find my watch list. Again, remember, I'm just scanning a lot of these, probably 90% of the tickers I actually keep on my watch list. I'm not even going to even trade. It's really just a filtering process. So first, I just throw like 150 tickers onto my watch list through the scanners that I use. After I throw all those tickers onto my watch list, then I look at every single one of those tickers, and I probably take like 90% of them off my watch list because they just don't look that good on the chart. So then I'm left with maybe 10 to 15 tickers for my watch list, and I send it to premium members. And then during the week, we probably only put out a swing on like 1 or 2 of them. So I'd have like 150 tickers I scanned for, only like 1 or 2 in general are like the ones that I trade. So keep in mind that just because I'm putting something onto my watch list doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to trade it. It's really just, it's a filtering process. We're going to look at a lot of tickers to only maybe trade 1 or 2. But that's what it takes. It takes dedication, it takes hard work to find those 1 or 2 that could pay you well, potentially. So remember, nothing I say is ever financial advice. I just want to say all that ahead of time, so I don't have to say it for every single ticker I look at. So yeah, let's just get started with my scanner settings. First of all, over 1 million volume, that's a must for me. I don't want to trade something if it's a liquid. I need something that has volume. I don't want my orders to be all over the place. I don't want there to be a random gap down 20% or something stupid. Of course, there's always a chance if bad news comes out, but that's a part of trading. That's why you manage your risk. So first of all, over 1 million average volume. Good, I can talk. And for FinViz, I just use some pretty simple ones. I just go to oversold 40 first off. Then I do double bottom and double top, and I'll explain why I do double top after I do double bottom. So I'm going to throw these into my watch list right now really quickly. All right. And the reason I do double top is sometimes you're actually going to be able to get harmonic patterns, because obviously with harmonics you need M-shaped formations, right? Sometimes using the double top filter, I'm able to find harmonics. And again, if you were to take the RSI and put it on overbought, then you'd probably just get actual double tops. But since the RSI is on oversold, it's only going to be giving me stocks that are currently selling off after a double top, which is a lot of the times how I can get harmonic patterns. So I'm going to throw these onto my watch list. Maybe some of them are harmonics, maybe they're not. All right, so I'm going to quickly do that. I don't want to like make this boring, so I'm trying to like type quickly. I'm just trying to explain all my scanner settings. If you want to take notes of like the different scanner settings I use, because then you're going to have the same exact scanning settings as me. Don't want that. And I usually, a lot of them are going to be like ETFs and stuff. I just try and skip all those. All right, so we got that. After I do the double top and double bottom, I go over to wedge strong down, which is right over here. Pretty much how you could find falling wedges. Then I type the same exact thing in again. And remember, I'm using an oversold RSI because I'm a reversal trader. If you're like a momentum trader, you probably do not want to be doing that. I'm just typing these into my watch list. We're going to look at all the charts after I finish scanning. All right. And then the final one I look at on FinViz is horizontal support resistance strong. And I'm going to actually move this to oversold 30 just so it's a little bit more filtered out, because I don't want to type in 2 pages of tickers, right? Just for one scanning setting. All right. And then CSCW. So that's really it for FinViz. I don't really spend too much time on FinViz scanning. So I'm going to go to Trading Ticks. This is probably where I do the bulk of my scanning. So let me type in a bunch of tickers here and I'll show you what I use on Trading Ticks. If you want, Trading Ticks is free. They also have premium version. If you want like a referral code for the premium version, join the Discord and go to the links channel. But TradyTix is awesome, and this is the reason why I speak about them all the time and why I use their platform all the time. It's an amazing platform, my favorite platform. And you know, I've tested all of these out. I've tested TradyTix, Finviz Pro, Yahoo Finance Pro. I've tested all the different ones out. I just like this one the best, and they're awesome. You know, like I talked about last week, they hooked up all the premium members with a new bot called Bullseye Bot, which shares options ideas intraday. Also, even if you're not a premium member and you go towards the bottom of the Discord, we have the actual like full TradyTix bot, which you can put in things like short interest and dark pool data and options flow. There's even an options flow scanner for anybody who's in the Discord. They just hook us up so much, so I want to show them love. But I literally use this every single weekend as well. So it's like, it's really awesome to like help out a platform that also helps me out and that I use every single day. But first, I'm just going to be starting off with live options flow. We're going to go to calls that were bought on Friday, and I'm going to look for the block trades. So I'm looking for what did the big money buy on Friday? What are they betting on that's going to be going up potentially? So I'm going to type in a few of these. All right, now we're going to go to the next one. I don't use TradyFlow, so let me skip that. We're going to go to Swing AI. We're going to be going to profit. This is just an algorithm. It's going to do all the work for me pretty much, but obviously I need to go check the charts by myself. I'm just going to go to bullish price action and then high confidence. And I'm just going to probably type in until it gets down to like 80% confidence or 85% confidence. You see, I'm looking for the ones that the algorithm is liking right now. Look at this confidence one. This is what I'm pretty much looking at. Not really technical. It's just like, I don't know what their algorithm uses for these, but yeah, I'm just going to use their algorithm and then I'll look at the technicals myself when we go over to the charts. All right, so done with that one. Now we're gonna go over to Bullseye. This may be for like shorter term stuff. I'm gonna put buy, call, high confidence, and we're gonna see if, because I don't want the neutral price action, I just want bullish. So I'm just looking for bullish, call, and buy. So I'm gonna kind of put some of those into my watch list. MRK, Peloton, Snap. I'm gonna skip Baba because I'm not trading Chinese stocks right now. Facebook, I already know what the Facebook charts look like. I'm gonna skip that. Roku, I want to see Roku get back above like 315. But AMD though. All right. Now we're gonna go over to Scanny. So those were pretty much just algorithms that I was using for scanning. Now I'm just gonna be using a little bit of some other stuff. So we're gonna put MACD and RSI divergence. Obviously I still have to go over to my charts and confirm that there is divergence on these ones. I'm just gonna start off with that for my personal scanner settings. Then another one I like, I'm gonna take both of those off. We're gonna go to strong downtrend. And sometimes it doesn't even show anything for this, but I'm looking for trendline supports. There we go. Is there a lot here? About 4 pages, so let me put the minimum volume up. All right, so this is gonna give me a little bit of a volume filter. There we go, so I can type in some of these now. All right, so we're looking for stocks that are kind of falling into demand lines right now. Is that a Chinese stock? I don't even know. Nikola there. see, I think Neo, I actually really want to look at the Neo chart. We're probably going to look at that first. It's in a falling wedge. And I want to look at Tilray as well. Probably going to look at those two first. But we're almost done here. There's probably the last scanning setting. I might even skip this one. Depends on how many tickers I have in my watch list. Alright. So we got about 80. Yeah, I could probably do this one as well. So, I mean, the one for flash is just more like an intraday scanner. Yeah, actually, I'm going to skip this and we'll probably just do tick requests to fill it up, but we're not doing tick requests just yet. Alright, so those are my scanning settings for FinViz and for Trady Ticks. I'll show you one other thing that I use, which a lot of people don't even know about this. Alright. If I move this over, you see stock screener over here in the bottom left of your screen. Oh, that site was Trady Ticks. If you're in the Discord, go to the links channel. Trady Ticks, TRADYTICS. But again, I know you're in the Discord, so just go over to the links channel and there's a link to it with a referral code there. But they also have a free version. So TradingView has a stock screener. I have a few different things I use. I have two different filters or two different settings. Whenever a stock goes above 90 on the 5-minute RSI, or a stock goes below 10 on the 5-minute RSI, I get automatic alerts here. Whenever that happens, I already have my volume set up. I'm not going to do that for swings, obviously, but sometimes this is how I find day trades. Whenever a stock is insanely overbought during the day or insanely oversold. So just want to share that as well. You can just configure whatever variables you like to see on charts. You can kind of manually put them into your trading view. Like literally anything, like any sort of technicals pretty much. You go to technical and you get to put in whatever type of variables you like, MACD type of stuff. And then you can put it so that it alerts you every single time that signal comes on any chart that TradingView has on its system. For example, on MACD, there's a few different ways you can kind of trick this a little bit to try and find divergence. There's no foolproof method. I have tried to see when the levels go above 0 just to get MACD crossovers, and then I look for divergence. It's not as good as it sounds, so I used to use it here and there, but it would still just not really give me a bunch of clean divergence. But there's just a bunch of different things you can use there. So we're going to be going over to just a regular setting. Now we're going to go over to filters. We're going to go over to, I think volume's already good if I'm not mistaken. Let's check though. Yeah, so let me put the volume up to 1 million. We're going to go over to filters. We're going to go to technical. Then we're going to put in relative strength index. We're going to use the 14. We're going to be putting below 40, just like I did on FinViz. And it gives me about 12 tickers right here. So let me put some of these into my watch list. All right, there we go. So let's switch over to the other overlay. So basically you can see over here, if I move the chat for a second. All right, you can see over here, it's pretty much my watch list. We got about 86 tickers in the watch list right now. Usually I get up to like 150, but for time purposes, I'll have it a little bit shorter today. And yeah, now that I've used all my scanners to get tickers onto my watch list, I'm gonna just look at the charts and see which charts have variables, which don't. All right, give me a second here so I can just organize everything. All right, so we're gonna start off with Neo. And, all right, so let's start off with these. Keep hitting that like button, let's get to 50 likes right now. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. All right, so Neo first off is in a falling wedge. Triple classic bullish divergence on the daily. Maybe a little bit of bullish divergence on the RSI as well. Let me change this to green. So Neo's on my watch list for the week. Let's go over to the 4 hour. Also classic bullish divergence on the 4-hour. So yeah, Neo, I just want to see it hold above 34. I'm going to keep this on my watch list. Tilray, I don't like how Tilray is failing to break 12 non-stop, honestly, but I did see on Twitter somebody shared this for Tilray. I think it was something like this, actually. Yeah, somebody shared this on Twitter, and yeah, Tilray is just near the apex of this falling wedge. And I just want to kind of see it break above like 12 bucks. I might just set an alert here, and I'll just take it off my chart. If it ever gets there, then we'll see. All right, so let's look through all these tickers. I'm just going to skip all the charts that I don't see anything on. If I do see anything on a chart, I'll explain it further. But you could tell how much scanning I do every single weekend because most of these tickers I've already charted at some point in history. Every single time. I try to sneeze and then I can't. I don't know, this one, it's just, there's not enough variables on this one. I think this probably came through the double top scanner on FinViz. You can see it's double topping, but it's not really a harmonic right now, so I'm gonna skip that. But most of these charts I'm just gonna be skipping. Like, I need the chart to look real good for me to keep it on my watch list. Yeah, these are all like the double tops. None of them really look like harmonics right now. I mean, this one maybe could be a bat, and we'll see. Yeah, it pretty much already got to the PCZ and now it's bouncing. A little bit of hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. But I don't know. I think it's already bounced, so I'm gonna skip it. This one, I don't like all the gaps there, so skipping that. Not enough data. Not enough data. Pretty much a falling wedge, but I don't see a clear way to manage risk if I were to be entering right here. I mean, I'd like it better down around like 75-ish. I just think this trend is way too horrible. I mean, this thing just went from 15.3, so I'm gonna skip that. Same thing there, trend is just not your friend at all. Like, I'm fine with trading downtrends. Oftentimes I trade downtrends, but if it's just too like crazy, then I'll just skip it because then there's probably something going on. Same thing there, just I want some sort of strength, right? Even if it's in a downtrend, I want it to be holding support at some price level, like CLOV is right now. But this is just going lower and lower, a lot of these stocks, right? Like, yeah, you know, of course, you could try and catch a falling knife, but Jets, I like Jets. I shared this with premium members in the watch list a couple weeks ago, but I shared it like down over here on like 2250-ish. Now it's already running, so the reward to risk is a little bit different now. Yeah, it's just gapped up, so I'm gonna skip that. But you see, like it gets boring, but you have to look for quality. You can't just keep every single of the 90 tickers on your watch list. You want to pick the ones that look the best to you. And so far, Neo is the only one that I'm pretty much like a fan of the chart. How do you find resistance and support fast? It just takes time, if that makes sense. The more time you spend charting, the easier you're going to be able to spot levels, right? So if I just zoom out on this chart, like the more time you spend doing this, like the quicker you're going to be able to see them. They'll just come to you. But you just got to zoom out and just look for pivot points. Usually I get a little bit more luck when I'm scanning. I'm going to be honest, this is not the best scanning session for right now. Really. Like usually I have about like at least 3 or 4 tickers by now, but not that much so far. It's just weird price action to me on XPEV. I don't know. This looks very similar to Tilray. I want to see CGC get back above 14, so I'll set an alert, but I'm not going to keep it on my watch list. I don't like all the gaps on that chart. This one's not bad. One looks pretty interesting, actually. This one looks alright, so we finally have one. But you could probably chart this a few different ways. I'm gonna chart like this. Alright. But look at the context here. You know? You had a rounding bottom into like a falling wedge. Maybe call it a cup and handle, but not super clean. I mean, it might have just tapped like actually did. It got down to like the golden retrace. A little bit of a deep handle if you want to look at it like that. But it could make a move back up to like 12-ish. It's a low from over here, a high from over here, and a high from over here. So but yeah, PBR, I'll keep this one on my watch list. I think this one had some interesting call buying on tradie ticks. This one's not bad, but I think it's like a little bit late for an entry. I do like it above like 32 though, but I think it was like an inverse head and shoulders. Some around here would have been a better entry for a risk to reward. That one just looks weird to me. AI, I'm not a fan of the trend for right now. GPS, it's in a long-term uptrend, but now it's having a short-term downtrend, and pretty much like a down-sloping channel or a falling wedge. Look at this. This is the area, 2277. It's a high from January, a low from Friday. If you want to ignore this little MACD island, you could maybe argue some classic bullish divergence. It definitely is on your RSI. All right, so I'll keep this on the watch list. I mean, maybe a harmonic in here too, like a Gartley. Yeah, bullish Gartley in a downsloping channel with some classic bullish divergence on GPS. Discovery, I want to see it be a little bit better. Like it's just selling off and selling off and selling off. Suncor. Oh, this is a premium trade already. It already hit the first target. I think it hit it this week or last week at this point. But I found that through scanning. DraftKings, I want to see DraftKings get back above 53. So far we have Neo, PBR, and GPS that look the most interesting to me. Fubo, I could see Fubo going a bunch of different ways. It could go all the way down here. It could just bounce up here. It could reclaim. Like, I don't know. I want to see more data on Fubo. CLF, it's trying to hold the 200-day moving average. Maybe a bullish bat too. So look at this. You have some hidden bullish divergence on CLF, on the MACD, and on the RSI. It's bounced off the 200-day moving average twice now. It's not an 886 retrace, which is the issue though. The D point's a bit deep. So yeah, you have like a not 0.95 retrace, but it's maybe trying to double bottom there. I'll keep on the watch list, we'll see. Voice crack right there. Peloton, I like it better at 81. That's like the next clear support I see. That's about it. I don't know if it's gonna get to 81, but I'd like it better there. AMD, it's all right. I don't know. This doesn't like stand out to me just yet. close to a Gartley, not perfect though. On SIRI, some classic bullish divergence and potential double bottom. Keep it on the watch list. All right, so I just looked through like 90 tickers and we got 5. That's what I'm saying. It takes a lot of time to just find potential quality setups. So first one was Neo, falling wedge, triple classic, bullish divergence as support. Second one was PBR, falling wedge. You actually do have triple classic bullish divergence if you ignore this little MACD island. I don't even think I charted that originally. So then you got PBR, even back above 200-day moving average. Then GPS. Bullish Gartley, down sloping channel at support with RSI, classic bullish divergence. And then CLF, potential double bottom at the PCC of a bat with hidden bullish divergence at the 200-day moving average. And then finally, SIRI, another potential close to a bullish Gartley with classic bullish divergence and maybe double bottom. It is in the middle of a range though, so risk management might not be the easiest at this level. But I mean, maybe you could just have like a small trade. Again, not financial advice, but if I was looking to trade this, and I just throw my stop under those 2 bottoms, maybe I just target around this mid $6 to $7 area, and you get about a 3 reward to risk. But yeah, those were the 5 that I came out with. Keep hitting that like button if you didn't already. If you're not subscribed, to that subscribe button. You always use the 1 day as your default time scale for initial scanning, spotting patterns. Yeah, I just use the daily mainly for swings when I'm just trying to get some charts together. Then when I'm about to put out a swing or I'm going to swing something, that's when I look at the 4 hour and the 1 hour for more confirmation and for better timing for an entry. But I just use the daily as like the overall thesis of the trade, with what the daily looks like. So yeah, we can spend maybe another 10 minutes or so doing take requests if you all really want. I'm just gonna probably do like 10 or something. So if you have any, I'll probably look at like 10 right now. The first 10 I see in the chat, just drop in the chat, and then we'll probably call it a stream. All right, so that's pretty much been 10. Ben, whenever you spam a ticker in the chat, it makes me want to look at it less. I'm still gonna look at it because I don't know if you know that, but just don't spam tickers in my chat. Like, does that just, it annoys me. It makes it hard to see everybody else's. All right, all right, just don't do that again. I'll put it like that. Because I said it and then I just saw like another 10 messages. But I think you might have only heard me say not to do that like after you stop spamming. But just remember that for the future. Don't spam in the chat, because yeah. It makes it so much harder to see everybody else's chats now when I'm trying to find all the other tickers. Yeah, we'll look at Chainlink. All right. And then BlackBerry. All right, so don't drop any more takers in the chat. I got NXTD, XELA, Square, ATNF, LAZR, HUT, Corsair, CLVS, CEI, SDC, Link, and BlackBerry. So I'll pretty much be it for the stream. So first off, NXTD. right, this is a really small market cap. Yahoo Finance is 35 million. So in general, when something has a $35 million market cap, technicals are going to matter less because there's less people trading it. So yeah, I mean, this is a penny stock. I don't really chart penny stocks in general. I mean, if you watch the stream, you know that. All I can really do here is just share levels. I don't know anything about the company. So I'm just going to zoom out, chart all the levels. If you want to take a screenshot, feel free. But these are the big levels I see on the chart. And I don't really see any pattern or divergence. And then XELA. We got a falling wedge here with classic bullish divergence. There's a gap fill at 150, so hopefully that doesn't fill. In the short term, probably will at some point. 324 is this huge level. Look, it was support back from August, resistance pretty much from January to August this year. And the only 2 times it got above it, it went up to like above 5. But yeah, I'll add this to my watch list. We'll see what happens. Pretty standard divergence and wedge chart. Square broke out of an ascending broadening wedge. Trying to hold the 200-day moving average, not doing the greatest job at that for now. If it really can't, there's room back down to 200. If it can't hold it, then next resistance is 276. ATNF, it's trying to hold $5. If it can't hold $5, could be headed down to 4. It's that simple. Those are your 2 big levels. That's really about it. LAZR, I'd like to see us back above 16. It was support from April and support from the beginning of this month. If you can't, then your next support's like mid $14 level. HUT, oh look at that. I think I charted this recently. Cup and handle breakout with hidden bullish divergence on the daily, MACD and RSI. I like this above 843. Next resistance is like $11. You have a gap fill at 981. I'm gonna keep this on my watch list. It reminds me, okay, I'm not saying this is going to squeeze like SPRT. I literally don't know anything about this company. All I'm gonna say is the actual chart reminds me of SPRT at $6. Look at this. I think it turned into GREE. I don't know if they updated the chart though. We'll see if it did. No, never mind. So I can't share it, but if you were here back in the beginning of August, SPRT looks pretty similar to that on the daily. On the 4 hour, you have confirmed hidden bullish divergence on HUT. And maybe a little bit of like a dragon pattern too that it broke out of. Look at that. So yeah, I'll keep this on my watch list. That's HUT, and then we got Corsair. I think you're looking at it like this, Medi. Got a bullish bat. I saw something else. 1 second. Oh yeah, so hidden bullish divergence, potential hidden bullish divergence on the daily and on the 4 hour. Keep that on my watch list. And then CLVS might be trying to break out of a wedge and back test the breakout. I just want to see it hold above $4 and resistance is 5. I mean, it's that simple. Kind of in the middle of a range though. Did have a bullish hammer on Friday. CEI, not much I can do here. It perfectly hit the 1618 Fibonacci level. Look at that. That's your technical analysis, right? Even on a stock that's just social media hype and, you know, insanity, technical is still finding a way to play out. Even when there's no pattern, no divergence, Technical still playing out. Look, it perfectly tapped that. That's not fake. This is real, right? You go from your previous major swing high to major swing low. Then on your uptrend, you hit a golden ratio 1618. And then from that high, you pulled back about 40%. And again, I don't know if that's the actual like top. I'm just saying for now, you have pulled back that much amount. So it's really cool to see that technical playing out. In terms of levels, that's really all I can do. $3 is probably the most important level I see. That's been your resistance. It's been under that resistance since 2019. Right, it was just kind of in this huge mega range if you just zoom out, and it would have to hold above 3 to, you know, truly break out of that range. If it can't, then, you know, inside the range, you got a bunch of other mini resistances that could become supports. So, yeah. And in terms of like next levels, I mean, I just use Fibonacci. Smile Direct Club. This was a premium trade. It already hit the first target and almost the second target. It was a 22% gain, like a few days, I believe. At this point on SDC, I don't know. I just wanted to see it hold 5, I guess. I don't really see much divergence. It still is broken out of the wedge. I guess it did break this little demand line. Yeah, I'm not too sure. It just had a very nice move. On the 4-hour, you have a chance of getting some hidden bullish divergence, and then maybe a little bit of like a down sloping channel. So maybe it is trying to break out of like a little wedge on the 4-hour chart. That's about it. Chain link. This was alerted at 15. I put out an alert on chain link like over here, somewhere in this area, and it was like 100% trade. At this point, though, it is breaking out of a little wedge, trying to break above the 200-day moving average. Next resistance is really just $30. Support's 25. You're in between them. I think it might just depend on Bitcoin. And then BlackBerry, I just want to see it hold 960. That's a huge level historically. It was support and resistance many, many times in the past. I just want to see it hold that. On low time frames, it did make a bullish bat harmonic pattern. So yeah, it's the BlackBerry chart. And yeah, that's pretty much the recap. Tickers that I got for the watch list are NEO, PBR, NEO, PBR, GPS, CLF, Siri, XELA, HUT, and Corsair from Medi. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Hopefully it was educational. Premium sale ends tomorrow. This is the best price you're ever gonna be able to get. So yeah, I mean, there's swings, options ideas, options day trades, weekly watch lists, like how I just showed you what goes into a weekly watch list. I do every single week. Now I did it on stream this week, but 90% of weeks I do it off stream. So now you see, like, I really work hard to get all of this, all this content out for premium members. So yeah, what I just did, I do every single Sunday, and I put in the watch list channel. Same exact thing. So yeah, that's the pin chat. Sale ends tomorrow night. Check it out if you want. If you want some more info on that, just watch the last video on my channel, and I also walk you through what the premium Discord looks like. But I'll say this however many times I had to. I mean, if you know somebody else that puts out this much content in their premium whatever for $25 a month, let me know, because I'd actually want to congratulate them, because it's not easy. It takes a lot of work, which is why I have to raise the prices, because it's not just swings anymore. Now it's options and weekly watch lists and the new AI bot we got from TradyTix called Bullseye Bot. So I just seriously, I don't know anybody else, even at 30, 35 that puts out all those things together. Most people charge hundreds just for swings, or just for options, or just for a weekly watch list, or for an email list. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy the stream. Have a good evening. Have good luck trading the market this week. Hopefully Brady gets the win tonight. I don't know if I just got some people mad by saying that, but we'll see. Yeah, have a good one, everybody. Thank you for watching the stream. Hit the like button if you've done already. Hit the subscribe button. Join the Discord. Links in the description. Also, I've done a ton of new upgrades on the Discord. We have the Champ bot in the Discord now. We have a new casino in the Discord. It's fake, obviously. It's not real money. And we got a bunch of new things I added last night in the Discord. I'm just working as much as I can to make the premium channels better, to make everything else in the Discord better, to make the stream better. Hopefully you're enjoying everything. I try my best. All right. DJ says, don't do options at the moment, but may well join premium. Again, I mean, premium didn't even start as options. I added options later on. Premium started as swings, and there obviously still are swings. So, yeah. If you don't trade options, that's completely fine. There's still a weekly watch list like I just did. There's still the swings and just a bunch of education. All right, so these are... Oh, I was going to show the premium stuff. Let me pull up the other one second. Sorry. Just for people who don't know, and then I'm going to get out of here. I have to do homework too. Here we go. We just got a new member. I'm not going to say the name. I don't know if you want me to say your name, but thank you for two who just signed up. But yeah. So we do have the swings as well. These are how the swings are doing right now. Actually, this was last week. This is going to be for next week, but this was last week. So the blue ones are premium. I show the winners, I show the losers. I mean, it definitely wasn't the best week, but again, last week was the worst week for the NASDAQ since February. So considering that it was, I'm still happy with how the sheet went last week. This is how the options went. So for example, we actually looked at this on stream. SU hit that first target. And again, if you're not a premium member, I really hope you're still enjoying the swings and all the other education on the stream and in the Discord and everything. And the trade takes spot in Discord, everything. Try my best for everybody. So I appreciate however you support me. I appreciate it very, very much. Hope you all have a great Sunday evening. Have a good one. Medi, Anna, Linta Glenn, DJ, Cheese, JG, Scrooge. All right. Peace out.